Temperatures in the 40s and 50s today, rapidly melting the snow. The snowpack over in Muskegon dropped from 11 inches yesterday to 1 inch today. That's how much of that lake effect snow has been diminishing. 13 weather ball tonight is blue. We got cooler weather in view. After reaching the upper 40s and low 50s today, we'll be falling into the upper 30s tomorrow. It's also blinking bright. A little bit of drizzle and maybe a little bit of light rain later on tonight. This view sponsored by Tullymore Golf Resort. Introducing Osmo. Looking good there. Osmo, Michaela, you can take Osmo out for a walk. It'll be pleasant this evening, give you a green paw. As temperatures will be around 50 degrees. Tomorrow morning, they'll give you the yellow cautionary paw because there'll be a little bit of light rain, maybe some fog to start our day, and that'll be the warmest part of the day. Got a low pressure system over Iowa that is continuing with southerly winds, bringing up all that moisture from the south and that warm air, and that's the reason why we got a little bit of haze and mist in the air at the present time. A couple of sprinkles breaking out up in north here this evening, but there's that cold front that's going to go through tomorrow morning, bringing us maybe a little bit of light rain. We're talking 1/10 of an inch or less. No impacts with that other than wet roads, but temperatures will be falling behind that front. Next, a weather system we talked about coming in to the southeastern part of the state is going to miss West Michigan now on Saturday, but there's a little rogue wave that's going to come in late on Saturday night into Sunday morning. This is 7 a.m. on Sunday. That might have a little bit of light rain and mixed snow with it. Should have very little impact. It will have no impact on your outdoor Saturday night New Year's Eve events. This will all come right around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. In terms of rainfall, this is how much we'll get later on tonight and tomorrow morning, 1/10 of an inch or less. And then as we go into that Saturday system, you can see over toward Detroit, Cleveland, Toledo, that's where most of the rain will fall. We won't see anything here until very early on Sunday morning. And again, it's all going to be very light, just enough to keep the ground a little bit on the wet side. This is all the way through Saturday morning, and then on Saturday night, we might get a 1/2 inch of snow all melting as that system pushes on through prior to daybreak on Sunday. Temperature-wise, we'll fall from 48 in the morning down to 38 by this time tomorrow evening. We'll be right around 38, 39 on Saturday, and still above average and above freezing on Sunday. We'll climb up to around 40 plus. Looking farther ahead, this is through the first 12 days from the 6th through the 12th of January. Still high chances that we will see warmer than average temperatures with an equal chance of more or less rainfall during that same 7-day period. If it's going to be warm, leaning more toward wet than white. Forecast for tonight, some light fog developing, a few light sprinkles or a little bit of drizzle, mid and upper 40s for low temperatures, and those will also be tomorrow's highs as they'll be falling. Upper 40s to near 50 degrees up north with some fog and some drizzle as well. And here in the greater Grand Rapids area, overnight lows upper 40s and low 50s also. Those will be tomorrow's high temperatures. 13 on your side forecast. After midnight Saturday night through the first few hours of the new year on Sunday, there is that rain-snow mix possible. Other than that, we should stay dry until Monday night. That's a pretty significant system coming through Monday night through Tuesday. Maybe up to an inch of rain with that as we hit the low and mid 50s. And we're going to cool off back into the more seasonable 30s later on next week. First full weekend of January most likely will be dry and cool. So a lot of snow melting weather. Yeah, last week at this time, it was not like this.
No, a completely different story. It sure was. All right, thanks, George.
1 week ago today was the start of the pre-Christmas blizzard that lasted into New Year, the Christmas Eve night. We've lost almost all of the snowpack since then over the last couple of days because of the snow melting temperatures. Cooler weather is ahead. That's why the 13 weather ball is blue, but staying above freezing all the way through into the new year. It's also blinking bright. We have a chance of some light rain, drizzle, and even some fog overnight. This view sponsored by Tullymore Golf Resort. High temperatures so far today, upper 40s and even low and mid 50s along the lake shore. We forecast 46 today. It's been 49 so far. Back on track within 3 degrees of that forecast high. We've had a little bit of drizzle and some fog off to the north here this afternoon. Low pressure system back to our south and west over Iowa is going to eventually drag a cold front through here. So temperatures tomorrow are going to be falling. And as that cold front comes through, there might be a couple of sprinkles of rain. That's what the models are showing. There's the cold front right in through there. That will drop our temperatures throughout the day. Not looking at a lot of rain. And then the next weather system is drifting further south and east of the greater Grand Rapids area. So on Saturday, I think we will be dry all the way up through New Year's Eve night. So all your outdoor festivities, if you've got a bonfire, should be just fine. Now, just about 2 o'clock in the morning on Sunday, there might be a brief round of some light rain and a few snowflakes, but that's a very fast-moving system. Don't expect much in the way of impact with that on the early morning hours on Sunday. In terms of rainfall, this is what we're looking at overnight tonight through tomorrow morning, just enough to keep the ground wet just a little bit. There'll be more, though, during the day on Saturday off to our south and east. And this is right around 11 o'clock midnight on Saturday night. Not much going on. And even with that precipitation coming through on Sunday, not a lot in terms of impacts. Temperatures tomorrow will be 48 at daybreak, dropping to 38. Will be 39 or so on Saturday. That's above freezing once again, and into the low 40s on the first day of 2023. Forecast then for tomorrow, mainly cloudy skies, temperatures falling to these readings by 5 o'clock. That will be our target for tomorrow. And temperatures falling all day to these readings by 5 o'clock, mid and upper 30s. And from the greater Grand Rapids area southward, 5 o'clock temperature of 38 here in Grand Rapids, right around 40 further to the south. 13 on your side forecast. Next week, a pretty impressive system coming through Monday night and Tuesday. We'll have a lot of rain with it, perhaps an inch plus as temperatures rise into the 40s and even 50s next Tuesday. Once that system passes through, we'll cool back down into the 30s, maybe a little bit of sprinkles on Wednesday, and maybe a little bit of light snow the following Thursday.